My highest amount from YouTube was a grand total of Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Aaron, and today I'm going to show you how to make mad money on YouTube. Keep watching. Right, that was easy enough. Right, upload to YouTube, think of a clickbaity title, make an awesome thumbnail, and done. Wow, that's it. I'm rich, I'm going to be rich. Yeah, right. How to finance supercar. Yeah.
Hi, darling.
You alright?
Oh, is that what you make from one video?
No, that's for a month.
Oh, I'm gonna go and adjust my shopping spree list then.
Yeah, probably for the best. Let's see how much I've got. No notes. I've got a few coins. Oh, look, a penny. Before I do start, just to clarify, I don't refer to myself as Aaron normally. I just did that bit just in that little skit at the start. Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to episode 4 of Vlogdown. Today's topic, as you can tell by the title, is all about how much money I earn from YouTube. This is something I've wanted to speak about for quite some time, but because the channel hasn't been monetized for that long, I wanted to build up a few months of income to get a clearer picture of what kind of money I get. Therefore, I can give you guys a more accurate representation of what a channel of my size can potentially earn per month. But before I get on to that, the other reason why I wanted to make this video is because I think there's a large misconception about the ease of money to, oh no, hang on. I just want to address the misconception that YouTube is easy money, because it really isn't. I think some people still have an idea that all you really need to do is to make a few videos, get a few views, and then all of a sudden you're going to be minted. I'm sorry to tell you that isn't how it works. Of course, there is money to be made from YouTube. I'm not going to dispute that. However, the bigger YouTubers, they don't, well, I would assume they don't rely solely on ad revenue. For example, Smee150, just look at the fleet of cars that he has. Do you really think he could afford to run all of them just on ad revenue? I don't think so. So ad revenue is of course one way of making money from YouTube, but on top of that you've also got things like Patreon, you've got sponsorship or brand deals, and you also have merchandise. Now at this moment in time, I don't have any Car Obsession merchandise, and the reason for that is because there just isn't enough demand for it. So I don't really want to plough a lot of money into things that won't be bought, because I'll just have loads of stock lying about which isn't really financially viable, particularly in these times as well. I think having merchandise at this moment in time just wouldn't make sense, because people are losing their jobs and money is tight for some people. So that's even more of a reason not to have merchandise at this moment in time. Don't get me wrong, I have had a few people approach me and ask if I have any merchandise for Car Obsession, but that happens rarely. I do want to set merch up in the future, but I don't know when that will be. It's very unlikely to be this year, and it may not be next year. It all depends really, because I think in order for me to go down that road, I need to have some kind of demand or interest to warrant doing it in the first place, which I don't, if I'm going to be honest. So the money I do get is solely on ad revenue. One or two people have suggested that I set up Patreon. For those of you that don't know, it basically enables fans or viewers to contribute money towards their favourite creator or artist. Pardon me. And there's a part of me that would feel a little bit dishonest, I suppose, if I were to do that. Because the way how I see it is, it kind of feels like I'm essentially charging my viewers for something that would normally be free. That doesn't seem right. However, that's probably a negative way of looking at it, and probably the wrong angle. On the flip side, your viewers, your fans, are helping fund the channel. I think that's the better way of looking at it. But it's something I've looked into, but I just don't think I can do it at this moment in time. As much as I'd love to have your support, I know times are tough. I know people have been losing their jobs, so it'd feel a bit immoral, I suppose, to start asking you guys to hand over your money to fund the channel. By all means, if that's something you guys would be happy to do, that's great, and I can set something up. But at the same time, I wouldn't expect it. Another thing you need to consider from some of these bigger YouTubers, and I don't mean this as an insult, but some of them have come from money already. So there are some successful car YouTubers that started off with a generous amount of money and started their channel with the supercar. And of course, that helps. However, on the flip side, there are YouTubers like Supercars of London who built his channel from the ground up, and that's admirable. It really is. From what I know about him, I don't think he came from any real kind of money. He just set up his own empire, and he's done really well for himself. So credit where credit's due. He's worked hard for it. Anyway, back on to me. Obviously, at this point, you're probably itching to know how much money I earn from YouTube. So, as I said, I've been monetizing the channel for about a year now. So let's go through my payments. Now, each figure I read out is for a month. So it's not for one video, it's for a month. My lowest payment from YouTube was £60.48. My highest amount from YouTube was, wait for it, actually, you know what? Insert a drum roll for dramatic effect. It was a grand total of £102.45. So as you can appreciate, that isn't the kind of money that a person could live on. Even if I was living with parents, I'd probably struggle to live on that for a month. And that's why I wanted to speak about this, because although my channel has got 10,000 subscribers, over 10,000 subscribers, and therefore isn't the smallest of channels, granted it's not the biggest either, even though I've been doing this for quite some time, I'm not making much money. And in fact, what I get per month probably just about covers my fuel for the month. It would be interesting to see what kind of ad revenue the bigger YouTubers get, but let's face it, that's none of my business. So I've always run this channel on a tight budget. Thankfully, in the past, I have had a bit of money here and there that I've been able to spend on equipment, which is brilliant. I will probably do a video at some point speaking about which filming equipment I do use. So if that's of interest to you, watch out for that one. But for the most part, Car Obsession has been run on a bit of a shoestring, which is a little bit disheartening at times, not because I want to make loads of money. As I've said beforehand in previous videos, I set up Car Obsession as a passion, not as a way of making money. The fact that I do make a little bit of money is a bonus, of course. But the reason why it's disheartening is because in the past, I've thought of these ambitious ideas of what I could do for a video, and I can't execute them because I simply don't have the money. There's been times when I've wanted to hire a track out for, it's normally been when I've had a caterum, because really to fully enjoy a caterum and to push it to the limits, particularly at a 620R, you need to, well, actually no, I had the 620S, didn't I? But a 620R or S, to really push it to its limits, you simply can't do that on the public road. So I wanted to hire out a track, and even for half a day, the amount of money that these venues want is ludicrous. It's astronomical. Now, for someone like SME 150, Mr. JWW, etc., that would be kind of loose change. But for me, that's a substantial amount of money. And it's not just about looking to hire venues. It's also, I've had these ideas of cheap car challenges. I love when Top Gear or the Grand Tour do a cheap car challenge. For me, that's great entertainment. And that's something I'd like to do myself. But again, I need money to do that. And in the grand scheme of things, if I were to do something like that, ideally I'd want extra camera support or an additional videographer. And again, that will cost money. There was even a time when I was looking at places where I could film my reviews so they wouldn't have to be on the public road. That way I could have a bit more freedom in regard to what I was doing. But again, trying to find somewhere private is A, difficult, or B, expensive, or sometimes C, both of the above. So I would love to have more money to dedicate to YouTube. Well, dedicate to the channel. But that's the way of the world, unfortunately. And I think in these very troubling times, that's a really low priority. I'm thankful and grateful that I've been able to drive the cars I've driven, or to have the experiences I've had. And of course, to have the support, pardon me, that you guys have given me. Because, I've said it before, but without you guys, I wouldn't have had some of the experiences I've had. Don't get me wrong, it is hard work, but I still enjoy doing it. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much everything I've got to say on this topic for the time being. I didn't want to go on for too long, but I do hope you have found this video interesting, and I do hope it's given you more of an insight in regard to the kind of money that YouTubers like me, YouTubers of my size, in regard to channel size, earn from YouTube ad revenue. Is it impossible to make good money on YouTube? No. Is it tough? Yes. However, don't let that put you off. If you do want to make money from YouTube, great. Just be prepared. It will be quite a long and uphill battle. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you have enjoyed it or found it interesting. If so, be sure to like, subscribe, and to ring my bell so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.